So I wanted to talk about something I saw that was quite amazing on Saturday night. I'm sure you probably, or hopefully know by now, that Iran just had their elections. And I'm not the most informed person about this. I'm not John Green. I'm not a Melissa Nelly. I'm just not. I'm not that cool. But this is the basic breakdown of what happened. So Iran just had their election, and 1 hour after the polls closed, they announced that the guy who was ruling before, who I'm not even going to try and say his name, won. And it was ridiculous because one, they could not count that many votes in an hour. I'm sorry. They don't have that kind of technology, I hate to say. And not even Superman could go through 1 million votes in an hour and claim a victor. And plus he won 2/3 of the votes, which is just enough for his opponent to not declare a recount. Number 2, it was a little fishy that the guy won because so many people had risen up to go vote for the new guy, and they had an extremely high voter turnout. It was like this last election for us, where previous elections we've had really low turnouts for our presidential elections, and this last time around we had this massive turnout for people who voted. A lot of people came out and vote, and exit polls showed that the other guy who was coming in was looking really good to win. And people, it was very odd that towns that were really supportive of the guy was not voting for him. It's the equivalent of if California or Chicago voted for John McCain and won. It was the equivalent of that. So there's a lot of fishy things going on. And then it gets even fishier. People start protesting in Tehran, and Tehran is in flames, and people are being injured and they're dying. And the government starts kicking out reporters, and I know one BBC reporter was arrested, and they started shutting down websites, and they started shutting down the internet. And for some reason, the only website that got through was Twitter. And so Saturday night, I got on Twitter. That's the basic gist and breakdown of this. Saturday night, I got on Twitter, and on my trending topics on the right side, I see something that says CNN fell. Now, I love CNN. I really do. I think Anderson Cooper is one of the most inspirational people in the world. I love Anderson Cooper, and I love CNN. But the more and more I started reading it, I was appalled. Because, honestly, I didn't know that the election... Well, I knew the election was going on, but I didn't know that there were riots and protests and people weren't happy. And our own American media was not... I can't think of the word! What the fuck is that word I'm trying to think of? Sorry. Our own American media wasn't reporting on it. And they, if I remember correctly, they had a segment on American Chopper, John and Kate Plus 8, and something about the Guantanamo, I can't say that word, Bay detainees. And they weren't reporting anything on it. And so I hopped over to Fox News, which I really don't watch Fox News a lot, but they weren't reporting on it either. And so I started following Twitter and CNN Fail, the tag of CNN Fail, and the pictures and the stories and the videos that were coming out of that were more informative than our actual main mass media. And CNN always says they have the best news team on TV or something like that. But I checked on CNN International online because I don't even get that channel. Which whoever Twittered me and said, you should watch CNN International. It's a satellite channel. I'd have to pay for it. I don't have it. Which is once again why CNN should have been covering this. I went on their website, and the last time they had said anything about what was going on around Iran was 12 noon my time. This was 1 a.m. So 13 hours had passed since anything was spoken on CNN. And it was only under their iReport. And there it's in their iReport section is they report on things that is most popular by the people's standards, by our standards. Well, I live in America. What's important to freaking America is John and Kate plus 8, and oh my god, and oh, look at Brangelina. Aren't they really beautiful today? And oh my god, what's going on in the life of Tila Tequila? Is she a lesbian? Is she straight? I don't know. Like, that's how shallow our country is. A massive election in Iran, which affects us, is going on, and the outcome of these riots and whether or not the right guy is in office affects America. Get that through your heads, people. We have to be more informed. We really, really, really do. So it was amazing watching Twitter that night, because people was like, oh, Twitter, it's so useless, blah, blah, blah. Twitter was the only way the people of Iran were being heard Saturday night. They were the only way, that was the only way that people's families around the world could see if their relatives and loved ones were even alive. And it was the only way that they could form a protest on the rooftops at 4 a.m. and chant and pray to where you could hear it all over the city of Tehran. Twitter is what pretty much made CNN and Fox News open their eyes and go, oh hey, people care about what's going on. Maybe we shouldn't talk about, I don't know, American Chopper so much. Maybe. So it raises this interesting debate about new media versus old media. Because apparently there's a shift and a revolution going on Twitter about, and that, is that the future? Maybe it is, because apparently our old forms of media massively failed us over the weekend. And the movement right now is being called the Green Movement. So, Iran, you're not alone. We do care about what's going on to you guys. We really do. And we're here for you, and there are people all over the world, and they're praying and they love you. So just know that you are not alone in this world. Peace, love, and good karma, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday.